Hello and welcome to the morning show team of with RevSportz. We are 10 minutes late. We had some technical glitch on our end, so apologies for that. And today we have Rajaraman sir with us. Thank you, sir, for joining. A very good morning to all to our viewers and to sir. So coming to yesterday's game, same old story for Delhi. It's going on. David Warner getting some runs, 50s odds, but he's not getting the support, and ultimately Delhi not able to open the accounts. Your thoughts on what's going wrong with Delhi and overall the side?
Morning, Ron. I think Delhi went pretty close. Despite whatever hiccups it had, it went pretty close. It seemed to have a good bowling attack that could control the flow of runs from Rohit Sharma and his team. But let's look at Delhi's batting first. David Warner himself is not in the best of forms. He has got three half centuries all right in four games, but this is not the David Warner we know. And I think he will acknowledge it first before anybody else. He will say that he is not the batsman that he was. But it probably tells us that nobody can be at this batting at the same level throughout his career. It is tough. And in David Warner's case, he's not being helped by the fall of wickets at the other end, whether it is Prithvi Shaw, whether it is Manish Pandey, who got going for a bit and then gifted his wicket away, or the others in the middle order. I think they have been let down by the batters. And it needs an Akshar Patel to come and make it seem like he's playing on a different track, make it seem like he's playing a different attack. Okay, Akshar Patel is at a different level altogether. And Delhi's got to sort its batting woes completely. I think that
Exactly.
is where their issues lie because they've got a set of good bowlers who can control the flow of runs after power play, especially. They need somebody to take wickets up front. They don't seem to have that. And okay, bowls that express spell, but they need wickets right at the top, and they don't seem to have that at the moment, even though Nokia is a great bowler and he's capable of doing that. But Delhi's problem primarily stems from A, all the batsmen not chipping in, and B, David Warner's own lack of authoritative batsmanship. What we are seeing with him is that he's good. It is his greatness that he's been around for so long and that he's still able to get half centuries despite not being in the best of nicks. I think they need to sort this out. They need to free his mind a little bit and ensure that the other batters get some runs.
Yes, sir. As you correctly pointed out, and we have been talking on this, that David Warner's strike rate is around 100, not that great. But again, the support he's not getting the support. He's not. Uh, Probably his mind is saying that if I get out, then the team is gone because the other ends is not firing, and Prithvi Shaw on the other hand, we have been talking that Prithvi Shaw, Shubham has been telling this. Prithvi Shaw is not someone that will give you runs consistently, but when he does, he single-handedly wins you the game. But this is the time that Prithvi Shaw, someone like Prithvi Shaw firing will help the side. Your thoughts on Prithvi Shaw's form?
No, the form doesn't seem to exist. He seems to be in good touch. He can hit those big fours and big sixes. But he
Hmm.
needs to understand that his team needs a lot more than a quick fire 15 or a quick fire 20.
Hmm.
The team needs him to bat at least through power play. And I think when he can resolve that, and he's done that, it's not as if he doesn't know how to do it. It is just that when batters take the my way or highway route, they
Hmm.
leave the team in the lurch, and that is what Prithvi Shaw is showing. That if you say that this is how I bat and this is the only way I know how to do it, and this is what I will do, then you're letting your team down. I think this is what is the problem with Prithvi Shaw. Somebody needs to sit him down. There are so many wonderful mentors in that dugout, whether it's Saurav Ganguly or Ricky Ponting. There are so many people in that dugout, and they can speak to David Warner as well. But unfortunately, every time he gets a start, he doesn't capitalize on that. No, he's off to a flyer, but 1 over or 2 overs is not going to be enough. He needs to bat through power play and beyond for the team to be doing well, Rohan. Unfortunately, he seems to have a mindset that doesn't allow him to go beyond power play. The day he does that, he will be fabulous. And the reason why he is not talked of highly, I mean, it is great to see short bursts of stroke play. It is very pleasing to the eye. but dismissals are hardly pleasing, and they will not please the dugout. I think he has to realize that this is about value for money. This is about providing the team and its fans, those who back the team despite being in a doldrum. He owes it to them, and when he realizes that, he will perhaps bat a bit longer.
Hmm. And talking about this is what's going wrong with them, but let's talk about one positive, that is Aksar Patel, and he has been the man to the rescue always for club and the country. Your thoughts on Akshay Patel's uh, performance yesterday? Yes, Boyada, welcome.
I think
Good morning.
Akshar as a batsman was a as a batter has not been a revelation. He has been batting like this for some time now. He can't seem to do anything wrong. And the way he took control of the situation, like I said before, it seemed like he was playing on a very different track to the other batters. It seemed like he was playing a very different bowling attack to the other batters. Whether it is a David Warner or a Prithvi Shaw or anybody else, they all seem to struggle a little bit against the attack. But Akshar Patel seems to have no such qualms. No, he was in a zone, and I think they will have to consider pushing him slightly up the order. They've been talking about number 4 for him. Uh,
Hmm.
what if he falls early? Then they will be left without a finisher. So they need to sort the batter's problem rather than try and find a quick fix solution in pushing him up the order. But he seems magical, and I think that is really wonderful for the team. There is something that they can latch onto and build upon. I think his form is excellent, and I think he needs to sustain that through all of IPL if Delhi Capitals are to stay in the hunt for a place in that last 4.
Boyada, Akshay Patel.
He was fantastic, wasn't he? And I'm totally in agreement with what Raja just said. If Mitchell Marsh comes back and starts to do decently well, that is when you can actually sort of make a few adjustments with your batting order, because the moment Mitchell Marsh is there and starts scoring, it will become much easier for the Delhi side, because then you have that flexibility. At this point in time, what is happening is the moment Prithvi Shaw gets out or a Manish Pandey gets out, and the pressure is on Warner, and he's not obviously at his best, struggling to sort of get away, he's putting more pressure on himself. So you need a foil there. You need somebody like a Mitchell Marsh who will score fast and take the pressure off Warner. And then comes Aksar Patel, and you have a good batting on, because it's a good bowling attack. If you see the way Amrit Nokia bowled that final over yesterday, was magical. So it's clearly not the problem with the ball. And to just echo what Raja said, that Aksar is batting on a different wicket. There was this one over where he actually missed the first 3 balls. So rather he blocked them. Soon after he had come into bat, he sort of blocked the first 3 balls of the spinner, and thereafter just went over extra cover like a dream for a 6 of the 4th ball. And that tells you that this guy is really confident. That however much I can block the first 2 or miss the first 2, doesn't matter, because I've got the match in control. That's what Delhi needs to build on.
Yep. Raja sir, coming to you, Delhi's think tank. Yeah, the two of the greatest cricketing minds, Saurav Ganguly, Ricky Ponting. Uh, what changes do you see coming in for the team to start turn around? Because losing 4 out of 4 to qualify for the playoffs, they will need to have an 100% record from now on. So, what do you think? What should be the changes? Because having those two brains in the benches, what's going wrong?
They just need to work on the batters, on the mindset of the batters. They just need to give them the confidence. There was a tweet by one of the owners which suggested that knee-jerk reaction is not very good. He seemed to hint at knee-jerk reaction, but I hope that teams do not have knee-jerk reaction. Continue to back the squad that you have picked. Continue to back the 11 that you have, the 12 that you have chosen. Ensure that the best 11 is on the field and delivering. Now, it is not as if the others cannot bat. They have been picked because they are capable of batting really well. Now, it is just the mindset. And I think it starts with Prithvi Shaw. If they can convince him to bat through power play, all it needs is for Saurav Ganguly or a Ricky Ponting to sit down with, and I'm sure they're doing this, to sit down with Prithvi Shaw and have a conversation with him, a heart-to-heart conversation with him, and touch the child in him. He has enjoyed batsmanship. He has enjoyed dominating bowler. They just need to help him understand that if he bat through a longer spell, he will be of greater use to the side. There is no point in dominating a new ball bowler in 1 over and gifting your wicket away in the second. I think this is about 40 overs of good cricket. Teams have played 39 overs of great cricket and lost in that last over. No, it is about sustaining 40 overs of good cricket. And if the team management, especially Saurav Ganguly and Ricky Ponting, can sit down with Prithvi Shaw, I think that really is the key. If someone can have a good conversation with the young man and get him to realize his own potential and deliver to that potential, I think the team will benefit immensely. It'll be very tempting to drop him from the opening 11, and they tried using him as an impact player in a game. They just need to sit down and have a good conversation with Prithvi Shaw. Unfortunately, teams have got only 14 matches before the playoff. They need to sort it out very quickly, and they don't have time at the moment. If the team has to get into the playoffs, they need to win 7 or 8 of the remaining 10 matches. And it is not beyond this side. They've got a very good bowling unit. The batters have to just back up the bowlers, give them a total to defend. Last night, 172 was just not enough. And David Warner would have known that 172 is not good enough. It is just about a fighting score. It is not even a par score. And I think the team batters have to take responsibility, have to put their hands up and perform to potential. And it starts with Prithvi Shaw. I think that will free David Warner up a little bit. We all know that David Warner has not been in the best of forms. But his greatness lies in being able to get half centuries despite being in the kind of form that he is in. I think the team has to build on him. You cannot put pressure on David Warner and say you start scoring at 150 per 100. Build on what David Warner has got. Get Prithvi Shaw to perform better than he has done so far. I think the team will be able to sort out many of its problems. What is happening is other batters have had to come in sooner than they would expect to. And I think that is putting a lot of pressure on the side. So, to me, the only issue is getting Prithvi Shaw to fire on all cylinders for a longer duration of time.
Okay. Boyada, before we go to the Mumbai side, the final over could have been a bit different. They were close. We could have seen the super over coming in, but the last ball, do you see the fielders coming in, closing in on the 30-yard circle?
See, if the fielders closed in on the 30-yard circle and they just lifted it, it could have gone for 2. So you know, and where they were actually backing for a single. So had he hit the ball, I mean, and because it was a bit of a miss hit, it went for 2. Had he sort of really connected, it would have gone to long off. It would have been 1 run, right? Yeah. So clearly, it was a stroke of luck because Amrit Nokia landed every ball. I mean, it was superb over, landing the Yorkers on track. And they had it. They had it. I mean, they had put one ball was a dot ball. They had it. Delhi has sort of got it back. That's what happens when you are in a losing streak. Things don't go right. You know, that's what it is about sport. And today morning I was writing about Yash Dayal. And I was thinking back that last year, 3.2 crores, he could not do anything wrong. And now Rinku Singh comes from nowhere. Now look at Yash Dayal. All of a sudden, young man, people are saying 3.2 crores. Why are you going for 5 sixes? That's what sport is. It teaches you how to fail. It is okay to fail. You and I have failed. Raja has failed. Every one of us have failed in life. It is only sport is making you fail in front of millions. You and I fail in private. Raja fails in private. When I mess up a piece or when I fail in private. No one's looking at me. But this is what sport is. But the good part of sport is when Yash Dayal comes back the next day and wins the match for them or picks up 2 wickets, he will once again win or pick up wickets in public. Millions will be saying, look, this guy has temperament. That is unique about sport. And that's what Delhi needs to sort of remind themselves, that Warner has done that for Hyderabad. He has been able to do 1, 2, 3, 4 and take them to the playoffs. He absolutely can for Delhi. He needs Prithvi to just be a little calm. Yesterday, did you see that shot? Prithvi moved away against the spinner. I mean, if someone can play that shot, he's quality, man. And then when Mitchell Marsh comes back, I think will come back in the next day or two after his wedding. It's a good side. One change, drop Rovman Powell, get Mitchell Marsh in there. You have firepower. He will bowl also. He will sort of give you that extra variety. You have Kuldeep Yadav, you have Akshar Patel, you have Lalit on a spinning wicket. You have Mukesh, you have
Yes, Burela.
I've gone on mute.
Burela, your sound is not coming.
I
So
think
there's a
it is critical for us also to look at how Abhishek Porel kept wickets. He was brilliant behind the stumps. For someone young, for someone playing with the big name, he didn't show nerves. And the catch that he took of Rohit Sharma, outstanding. I think to anticipate that or to even react to the shot that Rohit Sharma was playing, and then to get to where he was, I think it is an outstanding catch, as good as any that we get to see. So when you have the energy and enthusiasm
of the best catch.
it is bound to infect the others, and I'm sure Delhi can bounce back. I don't think we should be surprised if Delhi finds 7 victories and then stays in the hunt. This is the beauty of IPL. If I remember right, there have been times where Mumbai Indians have had a series of losses and then gone on to win the tournament. So you just need to finish fourth to be able to take a crack at the title. And I think Delhi has got it in them. They have to believe that they are capable of making it to the playoffs, despite a poor start of losing the four games. Poor in the sense of 4 defeats, but they have lots of positives to latch onto and build upon.
See, the fact is, when we are saying 4 out of 4 losses, no team has won more than 2 or 3, except Lucknow. People who have won 2 out of 4 are very much in the hunt. So you're actually talking 2 games. 2 you can lose. So all you need to do is 2. The moment you win 2, you're back in the hunt. So it's not as if you have to win all 4. I have lost all 4 means I've got to win all 4. No. So just put things in perspective. You have a Saurabh, you have a Ponting, you have a Warner who are 3 of the best brains in cricket. The moment you get a Mitch Marsh back, you have superb spin arsenal in an Akshar Patel and a Kuldeep Yadav. Mustafizur yesterday showed you how good he is at the death. That over set it up. Anrique Nokia, Mustafizur Rahman can be 2 of the best death bowlers. Once you have Mitchell Marsh in for Rovman Powell, you have a side that can beat anybody. Anybody. I mean, we've all seen the competition so far. Lucknow at 3 or with 3 wins. This Delhi side is capable of beating anybody. So all they need to do is stay patient, and that's the problem in sport. It is very difficult for any one of us to stay patient because all of a sudden the owners get jittery. We've spent so much money. There's crowd, there's glare, there's media, there's pressure. And you're like, what the hell is going on? Saurabh is a magic fix. Ricky is a magic fix. How can these guys not win you games? No, boss, that's not sport. Because there are 9 other teams who are also competing to win. And that's what the beauty of IPL is. In an Olympic final, somebody who makes the final is as good as the other fellow, but one will win. Speak to Abhinav and you will understand what sport does. He says, I won 180 medals in my career of 22 years. So what does that mean? That in 22 years, I may have fought or I may have competed in 2,000 competitions. So I lost 1,800 competitions, right? So keep things in perspective and you will understand the beauty of sport.
Fantastic, fantastically said. And it's like in football, you see missing the scoring boots. There are patches that a great striker misses the scoring boot. So coming to Mumbai, Burela, how important was this Rohit Sharma's knock yesterday?
Huge. Yes, I mean, we wrote that piece, Captain Rohit Sharma. Look, there are players who are different. And again, it is about fear of failure. If anybody would have done, see, for example, Rohit had failed a couple of games. All it needed was one kind of doubt in his mind and he needed to sort of just push Cameron Green up the order. Nobody would have questioned him. Nobody. That Cameron Green opens with Ishan Kishan, right, left, I will go 1 down. Nobody would have said a word to Rohit Sharma. And I was watching him yesterday, and when he times it, not goes hard, he's sublime. Did you see that pickup shot of Anrique Nokia? Did you see that pull? Come on, man. That's just magical. And I was reminded of what Rohit would tell me during COVID when he was in Australia. He was undergoing that 14-day hard quarantine. And every day, Rohit and I are extremely close friends. Every day I would call or he would call and we would say day number 1, day number 2, day number 3, day number 4. We would count because there were policemen in front of the rooms, there was security. He couldn't even go out of the rooms at 14 days quarantine. It's one of the hardest, ask Raja. And I said to Rohit, I said, hello, when you go out in Sydney, you would not have practiced. You are playing against Australia, one of the best teams in the world. Are you not scared? He said, Dada, I am allowed to fail. I have lived to play for India. I don't care for my reputation. I will go and give my best. I'm okay to fail. But I will give it my best. That's Rohit Sharma. He's a very different character. He knows what it is like. And I told him, you won the IPL. You could have just stayed in India, and then played the next England series, not come to Australia. Why did you come? You have risked your reputation. He said, it's my reputation, right? I'm happy to risk it. I will do everything I can to play for India because that's my dream. Will be my dream till I retire. Fantastic chap. These guys are role models not without a reason. And that's what Rohit Sharma showed yesterday. Enormously important knock. And for Mumbai also, I mean, that start that they got, the fact that the captain stayed on, excellent.
Exactly. And as you talked about quarantine, 14 days quarantine, I remember my I-League days. Oh, it's pathetic.
It was horrible. I did Tokyo. I'm sure Raja did many more. It is one of the hardest things for anybody in the world to do, this hard quarantine. When you cannot go out of your room, you don't see the sun for days on end. It is mentally, we talk mental health, it is hugely mentally draining.
Exactly. And the bio bubble, it was horrible. I was there in Novotel for 110 days. Oh my God. Well, Raja sir, coming to you, Rohit Sharma's knock, and adding to that, what's going wrong with Surya Kumar Yadav?
No, I think we'll spend a little bit of time talking about Tilak Varma. मैं हैदराबादी हूँ ना, how can you forget Tilak Varma? Okay, he played a brilliant knock, but both Rohit and Tilak will need to first acknowledge to themselves and to the team that they should have finished the match. Okay, Tilak had scored 16 runs in the first 3 balls, then played a dot ball, and wanted to hit a 6 again and gifted his wicket away. Now the team could have lost from there. It's very important, and as Mr. Sunil Gavaskar always points out, if you've had a good start, sustain it till the end, stay till the end, and don't give up that job of finishing to someone else. Finish it yourself. I think both Rohit and Tilak Varma will need to recognize that. Now with Surya Kumar Yadav, it is all about the mind. From my limited understanding of sport, it has got to do with his mind. He's got too many doubts in his mind. I think the coaches need to just sit him down, show him videos of what he has done in the last season, and as the world's best T20 batter, I think they just need to help him come face to face with that Surya Kumar Yadav. The recent form of losing out on the first delivery itself, of losing his wicket to the first delivery, I think they need to erase some of that and make him familiar one more time with the Surya Kumar Yadav that he really is. Now, how can they do that? It is really up to the coaches of the side. It is really up to the captain as well to sit down with Surya Kumar Yadav. Sometimes it becomes a bit dicey. It is a double-edged weapon because when you sit down a player, he starts to have more doubts about his own capability. It needs to be done tactfully. He's too good a player not to be scoring runs. He's too good a player not to be having conversations with. So someone just needs to help him familiarize himself one more time with the dominant batsman that he really can be. He didn't become world number 1 just like that. He became world number 1 for a reason. He's very capable. He's got the strokes. Yesterday also he fell playing to a shot. Maybe someone needs to just sit down with him and help him understand a little bit about the field. Batsmen, when they go into bat, usually survey the field and then it gets imprinted in the mind. Perhaps he did not do enough of that. So they just need to tell him to take a little bit longer when he's playing the first ball to understand what the field is all about, because he's been out to some catches in the deep. He needs to take time. Somebody has to ensure that Surya Kumar Yadav gets back to that top. We all want him to succeed. He's too good a batsman not to be succeeding. We all want him to succeed, except of course the opposition bowlers want his wicket first ball. But he's capable of that, and it's really up to the Mumbai Indians
Yeah.
team management to be able to show a mirror to the lad and then get him to perform the best he can.
Yes. But Surya Kumar Yadav, another one I would ask about you is Piyush Chawla. He was fantastic yesterday.
Every leg spinner, I mean, whether it's Chawla, whether it's Suyash, whether it's Karan, whether it's anybody, Rashid, obviously, I mean, every leg spinner, and Raja will remember when in T20 first came, everybody said now leg spinners are out of the park. And Shane Warne sort of give them a kick up their backside and said, hello, this is what it is. And I will knew the IPL, I'm the best. And now look at the impact the leg spinners are having this tournament as well. Surya, look, all that somebody needs to tell Surya is one sentence. The sport is bigger than anybody. Surya, when he started his career, he got that six of England, similar kind of shot, and the whole world was in awe, saying, look at this man. The sport is bigger. Surya has the talent. Surya is a fantastic player. And again, someone very, very, very close to me. I've seen that guy sort of go through self-doubt when he was not making the Indian team. Very close, tremendously talented. Trust me, he's got the temperament. All he needs to say is the sport is bigger, maybe not first ball, maybe third ball. Just give the sport the respect for a couple of balls and it'll come good. But if you try and say, I'll hit my way out first ball, it might just not come off each time. So, and Surya Kumar Yadav is way too good. If Mumbai has to go the distance, Surya has to be there. So all Rohit or maybe Sachin, people who are in that dugout, just needs to sit him down and say, give the sport its due, it'll all come back.
Exactly. And today, another big game, CSK are at Chennai.
Rohan, I'll have to leave, so I'll make a quick point and you can close with Raja. It's 200th match for MS Dhoni as captain. Pick Raja's brains on that. I mean, 200 matches in the IPL as captain. What must be that man's brain made of? Somebody should do brain mapping like Abhinav did ahead of Rio and try and do brain mapping of that fellow's brain and put it in Harvard or Stanford or Oxford somewhere to do a proper business study that what is this chap's brain made of? Unbelievable. And that's what it is, right? I mean, Chennai Super Kings is half MS Dhoni. That's what it is. Whether it's his 2 sixes, whether it's anything, whether it's Ruturaj Gaikwad, look at the impact he's had. Give Ruturaj a run. Get these guys in. Put Ajinkya Rahane in at number 3. I will come lower down and hit 2 sixes. Unbelievable. 200 match as captain. Celebrate the man because there will never be another MS Dhoni. Never be another MS Dhoni. That's for certain. I'll take your leave and I'll tell you why. Like yesterday, we will come back with a big breaking news, which Raja will love because he's an Olympic man. We will come back with a big breaking news today. I'm actually working on that. So I'll need to take your leave to talk to one of my sources, but I'll come back to you very shortly.
You gave me anxiety. I need to know what it is. Okay, thank you, Boria.
You have a lovely newsy day, Boria.
It will be a good one. I promise you that. It's a solid piece of news that we are getting. So I just need to work on it to ensure that we have all our bases covered before we break it to all our viewers.
Done.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Boria. Thank you for joining. Raja sir, let's end with your thoughts on MS Dhoni. Please go on.
What can you add to what has already been said about MS Dhoni? Is there anything new that can be said about him? Except that MS is perhaps the finest captain across all formats. With due respect to Rohit Sharma's 5 victories in IPL, with due respect to Virat Kohli leading the Indian white ball team so successfully, I think he's the finest we've had across formats. Too bad Kapil Dev and Tiger Pataudi missed out on the T20 format, but across the 3 formats, and of course Saurav Ganguly also missed out on the T20 format for the best time of his career. He did play a lot toward the end, but I think it is MS across all formats for having not only led India well, but also leading CSK with aplomb. I think he's like, as Boria pointed out, a fine case study in man management. He's not a great believer in team meeting. He's not a great believer in sitting down players and having conversations with them. It is about letting them express themselves. It is about the kind of freedom that he gives to his team and his players. I think to be leading in 200 IPL games is truly an honor, and for him to be playing tonight against a formidable opposition. I think Rajasthan Royals, we cannot leave them out of this conversation. They are a formidable side. They've had a reverse, all right, but under Sanju Samson, they have been a terrific combination. They have fought really hard, and Dhoni will have to be at his best to stop Rajasthan Royals from winning this one.
Exactly my point. That is, Rajasthan Royal is one side who can challenge Chennai at Chipok. So it will be a massive cracker of a competition. But yes, CSK and the support at Chipok that they get, it's fantastic.
Ron,
And
you're already wearing the Chennai
yeah,
yellow, right? I can see that. It is not
and
just
I'm a
because
good fan.
not just because RevSportz has asked you to wear yellow or you're wearing yellow. It is the love for the color, and Chennai will be full of yellow tonight. The stadium, the M.H. Chidambaram Stadium in Chepauk, will be awash with yellow. But Rajasthan will have to take on Chennai, and they are capable of doing that. I think under Sanju Samson, who has played in these parts for long spells, knows what that track is capable of. But to be honest, Rohan, I was surprised at the track that Chepauk laid out in that first game for Chennai Super King. It played a lot better than I thought it would. If they go back to their traditional methods and give us a 120 to 140 kind of a pitch, it will become a humdinger. Last night, it was tough to keep the nails from being chewed as Anrik Noke was defending just 5 runs, 4 runs to win.
3 days.
So
Back-to-back 3 days and hard-headed matches.
another humdinger. I think it will be wonderful for fans to watch, but it all depends on the kind of track that is laid out for the game tonight. Will be a fantastic game, irrespective of the nature of the track. It will be a fantastic game. You want to see a contest between bat and ball, so the pitch has to help the bowlers a little bit, not take them out of the equation completely. I'm hoping that it will be a good track for both batters and bowlers, and that you and I and all our fans get to watch a great game of cricket tonight.
Exactly, sir. Exactly. And I won't ask for your predictions because I know the answer, and I also hope the same, that CSK and MS Dhoni wins. So
No,
let's end.
I was watching the preview last night, and Boria said, "Oh, Rohit Sharma is my friend, as is David Warner, so I will go for both teams." So I may not have friends, but I want a good game of cricket. I think at the end of the day, Rohan, this is about cricket. This is about a contest between bat and ball. So when you get to see a good contest, I think the heart and the mind both draw joy from watching a good contest. I think that is all I can ask for. A great match rather than a one-sided game where both
Yeah,
teams compete hard and give us and the fans the best they can get every single night.
exactly. And we have been seeing some nail-biting encounters in back-to-back 3 occasions, and we hope it happens again. And that's interesting to see and so much fun. So we'll be back again with the pre-match show 7 p.m. live on RevSportz, and we will have many. We have a breaking news, as Boryada says we'll be waiting for that, and lots more stories to come. So thank you, Raja, for joining. We'll be back again tomorrow with the teeing off show and 7 p.m. today for the
Thank you
IPL.
for having me on the show, Rohan, and you have a lovely day too. And you
Thank you, sir.
who is watching us on this show, you have a good day as well.
Yes, absolutely. Everyone have a good day. Thank you for joining. That's all for now.